Welcome back to the N1 Sports Podcast. My name is Riley Viss. Next to me is Blake Parks, and we got the Siouxland here, boys. We can jump right into it to probably the worst game of the week. Boyne Hall at George, 95-36. Boyne Hall played so many players. I did find stats, but we're not going to jump into it. They played like everybody. Tesla put up 24, and Marcus Kellerman put up 21. Boyne Hall put up 60 shots and played such great defense that George could only put up 38. Whether George wasn't comfortable, that probably played a factor in it as well. But Boyne Hall's defense was literally guarding every single player. As soon as they caught the ball, they were locked down. So not much to go into there except for the fact that Boyne Hall murdered them. Kelderman got a dunk. I did watch that live. That was pretty cool to watch. And now let's move on to Sheldon versus MOC, Floyd Valley. Sheldon falls to this one, 48 to 67. MOC just plain out shot better. They shot better from the field, and it showed. And now I'll let you finish off the.
All right. Next one we'll go to Rock Valley versus Bogie. This was actually a close game. It was 78-75. Bogie ended up taking this one. Lucas Lorenzen had 28. Bryson had 26 for Rock Valley. Siouxland versus Sibley. Sibley, I believe, came out on top, correct?
I think Siouxland did. I'm not sure.
You said Sibley was 2-0, so.
Yes, Sibley. I guess Sibley did win.
So Sibley did end up winning it 64-58. And MOC took on Spirit Lake, which this was kind of a good game and yet not the best game to watch.
Both 3A teams. No, 2A and 3A.
But MOC did end up losing 79-66.
There it is. That's night one. That's December 1. And now let's move on to December 4. I believe this is Friday. MLC Floyd Valley versus Okoboji. I really wish I would watch this game because it looks great. 75-74. MLC does come out on top, I believe.
I believe so. I think I did watch a little bit of it until the live ended up shutting down early with like 2 minutes left or so I couldn't watch the rest. But it was actually a good game. MOC within, I don't know, it was 50 to like 48, and all of a sudden they go on like a 6-0 run, and then their intensity just picked up.
Yep. Lucas Lorenzen put up 33 points and 17 rebounds. He is definitely leading the conference statistically, but I still think Tesla is overall better than him 1v1. West Line versus Rock Valley, game 2 of the night, 51-59. Rock Valley takes this one. Bryson Van Grudes put up 21 in that one. Sibley Cheatham versus Sheldon. This is a rough game for Sibley. Only 48-45. Didn't really get stats on that game, but no, neither team had stats, so it didn't really go into that. But Sibley starts out 2-0. George Little Rock versus Sioux Center, another bad game for George. They lose 36-62. Not sure what George can do. They just can't shoot. South of Bryan versus Sheldon, our Saturday game, 35-41.
Sheldon took it.
Yep, Sheldon takes that one, and now the Siouxland is 1-0 to start out the season against the War Eagle. And that kind of wraps up the week 1 games, but we'll jump into week 2. It is Westline versus Boyne Hall. I'm taking spread of Boyne Hall by 15-20 unless they play like crap. Westline's not as good as we kind of thought they were. They're not bad, but they're definitely not what they were last year. So, you got a prediction for that one? It's kind of.
I'll pick Boyne Hall just because I watched a little bit of the Rock Valley Westline game, and they would allow Rock Valley to have these little runs. And if you give little runs to Boyne Hall, they're just going to take it and like take it times 2. They'll make you pay for it.
Yeah, that offense at Boyne Hall is going to be interesting to stop this year. We'll see what team can do it. I mean, obviously, we don't have the game. Boyne Hall also played Central Line. I don't know why it's not in here. But Boyne Hall comes out on top by 3. They were down by 5 with like a minute left, a minute and a half left. And all of a sudden, Boyne Hall was clutch. I mean, Tesla and Kellerman really took over, and that's what won the game. They had more experience. They won a championship last year. They know how to take over and win a game. So that was also in the previous scores. But game 2 is Rock Valley versus MOC. This is gonna be a really good game. MOC looks good this year. They are 2-0. Rock Valley is 1-1 coming into this battle. And I think I'm going to go with history. I think I'm going to go with MOC's coaching. I think they got a slight edge. I think it's going to be like a 3-point victory for MOC.
Did you say MOC's 2-0?
Yeah.
They're 1-1. They lost to Spirit Lake. First game, they're 1-1.
Thank you, Varsity Bound. You are incorrect.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, even though they're 1-1, their coach is amazing. He knows how to reload very well.
Yep.
Bring the intensity from the years prior. So this is going to be a really good game, but I will take Rock Valley, not just because I graduated from there.
Biased.
But no, just the way that I saw these two teams play,
Yep.
I'm going to take Rock Valley by either 4 or 5 points. It's going to be a really good, close game.
Yep. Don't bank on it being a blowout.
No.
Then we look at George Little Rock versus Sheldon. This is the last game of Tuesday night that I could find. I'm not sure where the other game was, if there is no game or whatever it is. But George Little Rock versus Sheldon. In our rankings, these are the 2 worst teams in the conference right now. But I think Sheldon takes this one by 15. I think George is just that bad this year, and yeah.
I mean, I'll take Sheldon, but I'm not going to take him by 15. But I guess I really haven't watched either team, so I'll probably take it with between 5 and 10 points.
Yeah, they still got Sudbeck though,
Yeah.
and their other shooter. So
They do. But if they really want to win by blowout, they got to be spot on.
yeah, they
with
got
their shooting. They
just got to play
ready.
good basketball.
Yeah.
But George can't really find shots. They can't really create their own shots. So that's what's really killing them is they're not shot creators. They got to be open and get past it.
Yeah.
So then we look at Friday, Rockville versus Boyne Hall. Injuries still take a part of this one. It would be within 10 without injuries, but I'm going to go with Boyne Hall 10-20.
I'll take Boyne Hall too, but I will take it by
It's going to be close.
in between 5 and 15.
Yeah.
I'll say that because there's going to be fouls towards the end of the game. Boyne Hall, they're going to make their free throws.
Boyne Hall versus Rockville is always close.
It's always a close game, usually never a blowout.
Not usually.
No.
Sheldon versus Central Line is the next one. This one's going to be a blowout. Central Line
Central
should
Line.
win by at least 40.
Yeah.
30.
Well, I'll take it.
Oh, no,
20.
this is Sheldon, not George.
I'll take it at least 15 plus.
Yeah, I'll take Central Line 15-20.
Depends on which Sheldon team comes out to.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just who Sheldon is again this
Yeah.
year, just like the past 2 years. Whoever comes out and plays is how they're going to play.
Yeah.
Sibley versus MOC, another really good game. I want to say Sibley's going to win this one. Sibley's really good this year for what they have been in their program.
Oh, yeah.
They're not really good overall in the state, but they're really good from what they usually are. And they're making a run in the conference, already 2-0. But I think MLC edges this one.
Yeah.
And potentially goes 3-1 to start out the season.
Yeah. I'll take MOC by 10.
As we projected MLC to not be good this year. But
Yeah.
like we said, the coach is
Coach knows how to reload very
unbelievable.
well.
And then Westline versus Siouxland. This is going to be a heck of a game. A really big game. I think Eli Himla takes over, though, and helps Sioux Center come out of this one by 5 or 10.
And I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to take Westline on this one just because even though they do give those little runs, like I said, they go on their little runs as well. They keep it close.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to take Westline by at least 5. It's going to be a really close, fun game.
And then Saturday, we take a look at Central Line and Spirit Lake. This is going to be one heck of a game. I'm taking Central Line by 5, though, just because they're going to be a little bit more aggressive than Spirit Lake.
I am going to go opposite again. I'm going to take Spirit Lake. It's going to be a close game. Spirit Lake's probably going to win by 5 to 10. But yeah, they also have a 6'7" post, 6'2" guard. You don't see that too often in two-way, but that's not the reason why I picked Spirit Lake. It's because they just play really well. They play really hard. They go rebound, everything.
And now that wraps up our games for next week and last week's games. So now we'll jump into the quick rankings. After week 1, Central Line did keep Boyne Hall close. Central Line remains second in the conference because their only loss is Boyne Hall. But I think Boyne Hall is significantly better than Central Line. They just had a tough game. Central Line really played great defense against Boyne Hall and wouldn't let them to slot or kill them in find their shot. Both teams played terrible though, and the refs were pretty bad, and the announcers were doo-doo.
They were annoying.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, Boynton Hall remains number 1. They're at 2-0. Number 2 is going to be Central Line at 1-1. Number 3 is MOC at 1-1. They showed us that they are able to play this season.
Yeah.
I'll let you do the next 3 or 4.
So number 4 is Okboji at 1-1. Just they edged Rock Valley at 1-1 at number 5, just because they did end up beating them.
Yep.
And Sibley is not at number 6 at 2-0. Yes, they are 2-0, but
We need more proof.
Yeah,
We need more evidence that this is the
Yeah.
real Sibley team.
like Sioux Center and Sheldon. This, like we said, it's a warm up week basically. So you never know what could happen end of the season. And then coming in at number 7 is Sioux Center at 1-1.
Yep, and to round out the conference, we go West Line at 0-2 at 8, Sheldon at 1-2 at 9, and George at 0-2 at 10. And I don't think George will ever top 10. I don't think they'll ever get in the top 9 at all the rest of the season.
Unless they start playing better. Otherwise,
They got-
Sheldon and them might just flip-flop the whole season.
I don't even think they got a great coach, to be honest. I really think they need to learn how to shot create, and I don't think that's possible on this team right now, except for Ben Anderson, who really tried lighting up Boynton Hall. He did put up points, yes, but a one-man show against a 8-man show, you ain't doing it, man.
Because like if
They
you
ain't
look at
doing
the
it.
past at what George has had, they had a post player and they've had a guard.
Yeah,
And they've been able to
more
play
like a
around.
forward.
Yeah, they've had 2-3 players that can play around. This
Yeah.
year, they just got one.
Yeah,
Can't do much with that.
and the rest really can't create shots unless they get past the ball and they just launch.
Yeah.
And most of the shots hit the side of the backboard, air ball, net. No, not nothing but net. Yes, nothing but net, but it did not go over top that rim. It was short.
Yeah.
It was terrible shooting, and I literally laughed almost the entire game. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
But what did George's announcer say? I don't remember, but it was something dumb.
I don't know.
Like there's hope on this George team.
No.
There's no hope. And shout out to Axel for calling out Ballercast, saying that Boynton Hall is going to lose.
By one.
Yeah.
They beat the spread.
Yes, sir. But anyways, that is our top 10. That is our score recaps, and that is our future score updates. And we got basketball now for us. So
Yeah.
while they go play basketball throughout the week, we get to go play basketball on Sundays as we make podcasts. So yeah, we'll catch you guys next Sunday. Next Sunday will be more in-depth. It'll be much more clear, and we will go more into the stats and everything because that's more when the season starts to wrap around.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And also, let us know if you like the background.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it here more, unless it's too echoey. And then, yeah, we'll change it up. But
Yep. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys next Sunday. Have a nice day.